gone ahead to carefully rinse these beans. At the same time, these beans have been soaking for more than 12 good hours because I couldn't shoot the video today as I planned, so I had to soak it and leave it in my fridge. Make sure your beans will soak for more than 4 hours before you use it. It's very, very important. These are other ingredients I'll be using for this recipe. I'm going to keep it as simple as possible because remember, this is a kind of lazy moi moi. At the same time, it's very tasty, healthy and nutritious. Trust me, you don't always need to deskin your beans. So I'm not going to use too much ingredients. I'll keep it as simple as possible. Here I have 3 onions. I'll be using the 2 white onions and 1 purple onion. So it's 3 onions here. I have a little thumb-sized ginger. At the same time, I have 1 set of garlic, 3 scotch bonnet peppers here. This is super spicy because I want the moi moi to be spicy. If you don't want it spicy, please reduce the quantity. I have about 6 tatashi peppers. That is because the quantity of beans I'm using is big. I'm cooking for my entire family. These are about 900 grams or 1 kg of if you're using lesser quantity of beans, all you have to do is to reduce the bell peppers. All right, so here I've got some dry fish. I'll be using some bunga fillets. Yes, this is going to help to infuse nice taste to the moi moi. Okay, so these are all the ingredients I'm going to use. Other ones I will introduce later once the blending process is done. Okay guys, so what we're going to do now is just to blend all these items you're seeing. Combine the beans with all these peppers and blend them in my blender. Of course, you can see that all the quantity will not enter at the same time, so I'll be blending in stages. Over here I've got some water. I'll add a reasonable quantity of water to the blender to aid the blending process. And since the beans has been soaking for a long time, it will not be difficult to crush it because these beans have soaked for more than 10 good hours, so it's not going to be hard to crush. Your blender can handle it. Please make sure you're using a good quality blender. At this stage, please don't add salt or any stock cube until the blending process is done. Throw in some of the peppers here. I'll be alternating it. Just add some of these ingredients. This moi moi is tasty. Trust me, it's a kind of lazy day moi moi in case you don't have the energy to go peeling your beans and all that stress. So it's a stress-free moi moi. You can just fix an easy, quick moi moi for your family. If you're not having guests, your family can just enjoy it without any trouble. But if you're having guests and you want to make it so presentable, then you have to peel the beans. That's the authentic way moi moi is done. I'll cover the blender now and begin the blending process. Okay guys, so the first blending process is done. I'll pour in the batter here. Guys, this thing smells so nice. All right, my amazing friends, you're all welcome back. This is the last set of the blending process. Guys, can you see the quantity of moi moi I'm having here? My family love moi moi so much, so that's why I am making a big quantity. Ingredients you use in your moi moi is just your own choice. Some people like to add curry powder, those type of things. You can feel free to add that if you want. I'll just add some little paprika. The right time to add your salt, your nut cube or your aromat. What I have here is some aromat. Yes, so if you don't want to use aromat, use chicken cube or nut cube. The quantity I have here is so big, so you just have to make sure you taste. If you think that the batter is too thick, all you're going to do is to add more water to it to reduce the thickness. But I'm comfortable with it like this because we're going to add oil here. At the same time, it's going to help to loosen. I'll add salt to your taste. As for moi moi and akara, you have to be very careful because beans can be very trickish in nature. You just have to add and taste, add and taste, add and taste. Don't go and pour everything there, otherwise your moi moi will be so salty. The taste of raw beans is not funny at all. My salt content is perfect. Now I'm going to add some oil using a combination of palm oil and vegetable oil. Then take your time, mix. Guys, this thing here smells so good and the appearance is so beautiful. I've taken my time to brush some vegetable oil inside this place so that your moi moi will not stick inside it. Okay, so I'll begin scooping the batter. This is the step where you have to add your meat, your chicken, your fish, anything, your boiled eggs. So if you want to include some boiled eggs in it, this is the point in time you have to add that. So I'll just cover it up. You have to seal it completely. If you don't have this type of pack, just use foil and cover your entire tray. Completely ready now. Over here I have water. I'm going to pour in some quantity of cold water inside this tray. That is going to help to develop some steam during the baking process in the oven. At the same time, it will prevent the moi moi from being too dry. So this is the same approach you're going to use in case you're using pot to bake. Pour water inside your pot, place some sticks inside the pot, or you can even use some foils at the base and then placing your moi moi inside it. And place your pot on the heat and cook it the same period we're going to cook. It can take anywhere between 50 minutes to 1 good hour. All depends on the quantity that you have. This one right inside this place. And please make sure you cover your bowl with foil paper. You can see that my foil is having a kind of cover of its own, so I don't need any foil to cover it. I'm going to drop this now inside the oven at 150 degrees Celsius and bake it for exactly 50 minutes to 1 hour until a toothpick inserted inside this thing comes out absolutely clean. It tastes really nice. So we're going to use this to drink angorango gari. That means drinking gari. You can use it to eat fried rice, jollof rice, white boiled rice, anything of your choice. But here we are going to use angorango gari. Ndi Igbo kweni. It's so nice.